Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel. Rajkumar. Here are today's headlines. The government demands a police investigation into corruption allegations raised by MP Brian Manning against his own PNM party. And I agree, there's need for an investigation. Let's see if it's really true or not. Can't depend on the PNM to investigate themselves, just like I can't depend on the UNC to investigate themselves either. Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley extends water rate relief for St. Lucie residents as delays push back a $5 million filtration system. And a cross-country manhunt comes to an end in Las Vegas with the arrest of a man accused of terrorizing people in a Chucky-style mask around Philadelphia City Hall. Details, of course, in the news up next. The government is calling for law enforcement to intervene following major corruption allegations raised by San Fernando East MP Brian Manning against members of his own political party, the PNM, the Mighty Morphin Ghanaian Coal Pot Bicycle, No Ham, No Macaroni Pie, Hold Strain, Tighten Your Belt, PNM. Government officials emphasize that these serious claims of wrongdoing must not be buried under the party's growing internal political conflict. I agree. The UNC kind of being hypocrites, of course, because when people are accusing them of corruption within their own party, it's confusion and bacchanal and whatever. But nevertheless, that's how politicians are. But they're right. The public debate has largely focused on the worsening feud between Manning and the PNM leadership, raising broader questions about the opposition party's stability. However, government ministers insist that the substance of Manning's accusations deserves urgent, independent scrutiny rather than being dismissed as standard political infighting. Exactly. And once again, you cannot depend on a political party to investigate corruption within itself. That's madness. Speaking to the media, Public Utilities Minister Barry Padarath and Rural Development and Local Government Minister Khadija Amin argued that the situation extends beyond internal party politics. Manning has publicly accused the PNM's political leadership of failing to confront a corruption and criminal element within its ranks. Specifically, he alleged that certain former San Fernando executive members became overnight millionaires and questioned state contracts awarded to former constituency chairman Patricia Alexis. If the man raising those issues, whether it's true or not, investigate it and determine whether, as I said before, whether his claims are true, are correct, or false. Manning pointed to millions of dollars in CPEP and HDC contracts. Wow! Alongside real estate acquisitions in Florida. These allegations have not been independently verified, though. Minister Padarath noted that Manning's statements support previous claims made by the UNC regarding state-funded programs. So you see, that is why they're accusing Manning of working with the UNC. The man probably just don't like what's going on. But you should have realized that after years in the PNM, you should have realized how corrupt your party is, sir. He stated that the PNM leadership appears focused on attacking Manning for speaking out rather than addressing the core issues. Well, of course, you expect that. Of course, that's exactly what will happen. Padarath urged the San Fernando East MP to present any evidence he holds directly to the TTPS. Although the TTPS has a very low detection rate, so that they still might be able to solve anything. They can't even solve a jigsaw puzzle. But they are the ones responsible for investigating this, not the seniors in the PNM. Accusing the PNM of attempting to cover up the matter to maintain party unity. Exactly. Echoing these concerns, Minister Amin stressed that public accusations of financial wrongdoing warrant immediate attention from law enforcement. She criticized the opposition's urge to handle the matter quietly behind closed doors, describing the approach as an attempt to hide the truth from the public. She's right. Amin concluded that the police service has a responsibility to investigate such public claims and added that the PNM should welcome a full investigation if no wrongdoing occurred, just like with the Balizé temple, the massive Balizé temple that they use cake sales and raffles with cars in order to be able to allocate the funds needed to build that mansion, that great sacred temple. As I said before, I don't know. It may be true. It may be true that the allegations may be true, or it may be false, but there's need for an investigation to be able to determine whether it is true or false. The pressure is mounting on San Fernando East MP Brian Manning following his public clash with his own party, with another arm of the PNM now criticizing his decision to take the dispute to the public domain. PNM, boy, they want everybody else to be transparent, but not them. The PNM's National Youth League has joined the party's leadership and Women's League. You know, the Women's League always silent when they need to actually come out and speak about something. Yeah. And expressing concern over Manning's conduct, warning the actions of elected representatives can affect the party's ability to attract young people. No, it's all a corruption. And secrecy is what will deter young people. Young people want transparency, you know. A whole lot of them. The ones that under granny control, complete control and spell, well, nah, they will just be blind followers of the PNM. But a lot of the younger generation want good governance. My response, PNM's ethical laws are as follows. They demand accountability and transparency from others, but we must keep each other's secrets. That's what they say. That's what they say. Now, of course, I'm not sure the context by which Rowley said it back when he said it. I believe most likely what he really meant, he was talking about that UNC likes to keep each other's secrets, right? Well, I believe that was also taken out of context. But the way they are behaving right now by saying that this information should have never been publicized, it seems as though they really want to keep secrets as well. Boldface is the PNM.
Weather report for Trinidad and Tobago on Thursday, August 27, 2026. On Thursday, August 27, 2026, Trinidad and Tobago will experience variably cloudy conditions with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. The day will start out mostly calm and partly cloudy, but atmospheric instability will bring a 35% to 45% chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures will peak at a hot 32 degrees Celsius 90 degrees Fahrenheit, with high humidity making it feel closer to 32 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius during the midday heat. Skies are expected to clear up by the late evening, leading to a calm night. Heavy downpours may trigger localized street or flash flooding in low-lying areas, and gusty winds can occur near thundery patches. Be sure to keep an eye on updates from the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service. The UV index will reach a high of 7 around midday. Sun protection is highly recommended if you plan to be outdoors between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. East winds will remain steady at around 8 to 10 miles per hour, though stronger gusts are possible near localized storm cells.
Regional news now. Financial relief on basic water rates for affected St. Lucie residents in Barbados will remain in place until a new filtration system is fully operational. Prime Minister Mia Mottley confirmed the government's extended support after production delays and global shipping disruptions pushed back the delivery of the $5 million equipment being manufactured in California. While replacing over 42 kilometers of water mains has already improved water quality, full resolution relies on completing this new facility at the Barbados Water Authority's Allendale site. But she's doing a wonderful job. Mia Mottley, that's probably why they continue to vote for you. The filtration unit is arriving in 5 containerized shipments between September and October, following additional project adjustments such as relocating the plant's foundation to save costs. Although standard schedules estimated completion for early 2027, Mottley has urged engineers to accelerate the timeline and bring the system online before the end of the year. Yeah, people want the water for Christmas, man. Until standard water quality is consistently achieved across local households, the basic rate relief will continue. International news now. A cross-country manhunt ends in Las Vegas after authorities tracked down the man accused of terrorizing people around Philadelphia City Hall in a Chucky-style mask. People must be thinking as though they were going to end up leaving this earth, being murdered. U.S. Marshals say 22-year-old Zamir Hughes fled the Philadelphia area on August 19th, flying from New Jersey to Orlando and then on to Vegas. Investigators ultimately arrested him at an apartment complex after what officials described as an extensive surveillance effort. Police say Hughes allegedly chased and threatened at least 6 people during a roughly 15-minute span earlier this month. I wonder if he thought that was funny. I wonder if he did some kind of viral videos about it, including a woman jogging near City Hall with whom he allegedly confronted with a chilling question: "Are you ready to die?" Madness. But you could never know. This person could be a radical jihadist terrorist, or someone that was just following a lot of nonsense that we see online, a lot of pranks that are scaring people and so forth. Who knows? Many other individuals might end up being arrested in the future for doing this type of nonsense.
Jesus healed Peter's feverish mother-in-law, then restored many sick and demon-possessed people with a word, fulfilling Isaiah's prophecy. He took up our infirmities.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's headline news. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.